Ever since the beginning for So, the idea of commissioning and working with composers to make new things happen has been really a core of what we do.
Our process of commissioning new music and of generating new pieces is fairly unique to us in the way that we do it.
Every time that So works with a classical music composer, we really think that we don't intend for them to just have their idea from the heavens and then deliver it to us on a page and we will play it on stage. We see the process as much more of a back and forth.
We don't really want to get scores before we've been able to have this conversation with the composer. What sound world are you imagining? Is it a unique sound world that nobody's ever thought of before? Is it a sound world that relates to another percussion piece that you really like? Where are we going with this just from the perspective of what sounds are we going to make? This is something that's very unique about percussion.
Caroline Shaw is a good friend of mine from grad school. Caroline in particular loves the sound of flower pots. So when she was a student here at Princeton, she would bring in all of these exercises. Okay, let's hear flower pots together. Let's hear one pot dead and 3 pots ringing. Okay, let's hear all 4 pots ringing together. Now let's hear all 4 pots dead together. Every single variation you could come up with for how to play things. And once we kind of extended that world to all of the other possibilities of percussion, it just felt like the ideas kept flowing and kept flowing.
Many of our collaborations come out of personal relationships, out of working with somebody in another context. And this was the case for a new quartet we have by Vijay Iyer called Torque. It's a wonderful mallet quartet, incredibly virtuosic, and it employs Iyer's ideas from the improvisation that he does, from the composition he does, from South Asian music, from all different places. And we went back and forth with him about how his keyboard ideas on a piano might transfer to these percussion mallet keyboard instruments. And we're absolutely thrilled with the piece. It's like no other piece in our repertoire.
It's such a gift, really, to be able to work with So, because they've already established all of their theatrical work being so open to playing anything from a cactus to a newly created instrument. So every time we get together, we go, well, what's possible? How can we make sound with bows, with strings, with chopsticks? What's possible?
It's really amazing how virtuosic they are being able to play all these various kind of splinterings of materials. Instantly in that rehearsal I could see that they were pretty good at doing certain things and I really wanted to elaborate upon them in the piece. So that's the great thing about writing a piece in the same area where the percussionist ensemble exists, as it were, rather than just sending it off across the ocean.
We really, really want to know not only just the music we're playing when we go on the road, but from whom that music came. What is the context in which a piece like Proximity by Cenk Ergun gets written? What is the context behind which Narrow Sea with Caroline Shaw? And for us, having those people in the room with us it's just better to be around other people than it is not to.
For us with the commission process, I feel like the idea of a premiere is kind of one little marker along a long road. Meaning there's not so much that's set in stone ever along the way. So the premiere is the kind of first exciting moment to get it in front of an audience for the kind of official first time. But all the next steps of all the touring we do with the piece and all the revisions that get added from the composer, it's just more little marks along the way.
We really believe that we don't want to commission a piece from a composer and play it once or twice and then move on and think about the next piece. We really want to play pieces as much as we possibly can and create a life for them.
So personal relationships are really at the core of the way that we collaborate. And I believe that you can hear and see that in the works that are made for us.